This video is about TSI pre-test from HCC website. Question 1. The table below shows the cost of purchasing a standard stapler at 5 office supplies stores, A through E. If the median cost of purchasing a standard stapler for this store was $17.99, which of the following could not have been the cost of the stapler for store A? This question is about the concept of median. The median, that means you list all the data from smallest to the greatest one, and then the middle one means median. That's the reason why I list all the data first from smallest to the greatest. From the given information, we already know that $17.99 is the median. In other words, if we have the data for A, it has to be between these two or greater than $19 is over here. So which one will be like that? It's A and B and D. In other words, C will be the answer, because if you put C into this data and then $17.99 cannot be the median. For question 2, in the xy coordinate plane shown below, point P has coordinates 8 and -6. Which of the following is an equation of a line that contains the points O and P? If you have this kind of question, easy way just plug in. Because for your O, that's the coordinates will be 0, 0. And P is 8, -6. Which means when you put x equals 0, y must be 0. If you put the x equals 8, y must be -6. So A cannot be answered, and then C is not the answer. Then when you plug in when x equals 8, y must be -6. So B is not the answer, and then D is the answer. Since TSI is a multiple choice test, so you have to know how to get the correct answer easily. Take advantage of the strategies how to deal with a multiple choice test. For question 3, the perimeter of a square is 20 feet. If you increase the length of the square by 2 feet and decrease the width by 1 foot, what's the area in square feet of the new figure? First of all, we need to draw that square. And the perimeter of a square is 20. That means for each side it's 5. Now you increase the length by 2 feet. And that means now it's 5 plus 2 equals 7. And decrease width by 1 foot. That means here's 5 minus 1. So you get 7 here, you get 4 here. What's the area for the new figure? So 4 times 7, that's the area. It's 28. For question 4, a group of 100 people, some students and some faculty, attended a museum opening. Each student paid $10 per person for entrance to the museum, and each of the faculty paid $25 per person for entrance. If the total paid for all 100 people was $1,300. How many students attended the museum opening? Since this is a multiple choice about system equation, you can try each answer separately to find the correct answer. For example, how I test that A is my answer. Suppose A is my answer. Then we know that students will be 20. Altogether, it's 100 people, which means the faculty will be 80 people. Then your 20 times 10 plus 80 times $25, is it equal to 1,300? If it's equal to 1,300, that means A must be the answer. After you check, it's not 1,300, so A is wrong. Then I go to B. I will do the same thing. Now, we know that students will be 50. Then your faculty will be 50 because altogether is 100 people. Then 50 times 10 plus 50 times 25, is it equal to 1,300? No, it's still not true. Then we can try, here it's a 70 now. Now we have 70 and this one's 30. So 70 and then 30. Still not true. Then this time I will try D. That means 80 and 20. So 80 and then is 20. Then you could say this is true. So your answer will be D. Or this kind of question, you can set up system equation to solve. You see your students is S plus faculty is 100. Then students 10 times S plus 25 times F. That's 1,300. You can solve this system equation, then get the answer. It's really up to you. Now go to question 5. A 6-sided die with size numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 is tossed. What's the probability of tossing a number less than 3? So which number less than 3? We know that we have like 1 and 2 is less than 3. But altogether, how many numbers you have? We have 6 numbers. So you have 2 over 6. That means 1 over 3 will be your answer. Means A is your answer. Now go to number 6. In the xy plane, what's the y-intercept of graph of equation y equals square root of 4 minus x? So y-intercept, that means you have 0, y. That's the coordinate for y-intercept. X-intercept will be x and 0. That's x-intercept. So remember this concept. For y-intercept, that means your x equals 0. So we plug in here, x equals 0. You will get the y equals 4 minus 0. That means square root of 4 equals 2. That's why A is your answer. Now let's go to number 7. A farmer has 1, 2, 3, 5 trees to be planted on a rectangular parcel of land. If there are 24 trees planted in each row, and each row must be complete before it's planted, how many trees will be left over after planting? Basically, this is a division. So 1, 2, 3, 5, we divide by 24. We can get a 5. So 4 times 5 is 20. 2 times 5 is 12. Then I do subtraction. So get 35. Then we can get 1. That means 24. You get 11. So the remainder is 11. That's B is your answer. For number 8, this question is about the maximum height from the quadratic function. So you have to know that for vertex HK, and the h will be negative b over 2a, and then the key will be f of h. That's the formula. So first of all, we have to get h equals, for the ABC, you know, for that ax squared plus bx plus c, that's the quadratic function. So for the given one, you have to write down that negative 16 t squared plus 32 t, then plus 14. And that's the h of t. That's a, here's b, this is a c. So from the given quadratic function, you have to figure out correct ABC. Therefore, for your vertex, it's a negative b over 2a. So negative 32 over 2 times a, here's a negative 16. Then you will get 1. Then you plug in that k equals fh. That means I plug 1 into this function. So you will get negative 16 times 1 squared plus 32 times 1 plus 14. Then you will figure out this will be negative 16 plus 32 is 16 plus 14. That's 30. So 30 will be your answer. Now for number 9. This question is about exponents. Basically, it's negative exponents. So for the negative exponents, you have a to the negative nth power equals 1 over a to the nth power. And also, we know the power of a power means if I have a, m, here's bn, then to the pth power, which means I have a to the mp times b to the n times p. So your exponents multiplication. Therefore, first of all, I will do power of a power format. I have 3 to the negative third power times x, negative 2 times negative 3 is 6, times y, you do the negative 12th power. After this, if I have negative exponents, I will change into fraction like this. So you will get 1 over 3 third power. X to the 6th stay because the exponents is not negative. For this one, I will write down 1 over y to the 12th power. Then I have denominator. 3 to the 3rd power is 27. Y 12th power. To the top, it will be x to the 6th power. Therefore, your answer will be B. For number 10, basically, it's about factoring. So I created a Ninja X to do quadratic factoring. This is a twisted quadratic factoring. If you don't know how to do this question, you can watch my YouTube video about factoring polynomials. So first of all, you will do, here's 1. 1 times 36. Then here's negative 13. It will be over 1 over 1. That's how I set up. If I have ax squared plus bx plus c, if you need to factor this quadratic function, you can set up like this. A times c to the top and a b at the bottom. Then it's over a over a. Then I'm looking for two numbers here. Multiplication equals a times c, and add together equals b. That means these two I adding, I will get b. And multiplication, these two, I get the a times c. So for 36, you can do 1 times 36, adding is not 13. So I'll do 2 times 18. No, it's not 13. 3 times 12, it's not 13. 4 times 9. Yeah, this is a 13. But since I'm looking for negative 13, so I change the sign for both. Adding together get negative 13, and I multiply, get the positive 36. That's why this is my answer, is negative 4, negative 9. Then since this one is x to the 4th power, so I will put the x2 here. Then you can check again. X squared multiply, get the x to the 4th power, and top negative 4 times negative 9, that's positive 36. So your answer will be x squared minus 4, then x squared minus 9. Using bottom up to write down the answer. But for x squared minus 4, x squared minus 9, I call this is dose factoring, which means I have a squared minus b squared. It will be equals to a plus b times a minus b. Thus, you can move on to x plus 2 times x minus 2, then x plus 3 times x minus 3. That's why C will be your answer. Now let's go to question 11. The ratio of Sam's age to Hank's age is 5:3. If the sum of their age is 24, how old is Hank? So for Sam over Hank's age equals 5:3. Now we know the S plus H altogether is 24. Since this is a multiple choice, then you can try all the solutions to see which one is correct. From the given information, suppose Hank's age is 21, 15, 19, and 9 separately. So what about Sam's age. And use 24 minus 21, that will be 3. Then it will be 9 for B. Then it will be 5 for Hank is 19, will be 5. Here, this will be 15. Then you check Sam over Hank, it has to be 5 over 3. So which one? The ratio for Sam's age to Hank's age is 5 to 3. Then D will be the answer. Or you can solve this system equation. We know that S equals 24 minus H. So I plug in here. You will get 24 minus H over H equals 5 over 3. Then you can do cross multiply. And 24 times 3, that will be 72 minus 3H equals 5H. Then I add 3H both sides. You will get 8H equals 72. Then divided by 8, your H equals 9. Let's go to question 12. Which of the following equations has both 2 and a negative 4 as solutions? If 2 and a negative 4 as a solution, that means it will be x-intercept. X-intercept means you will get the 2, 0, and negative 4, 0. Because for x-intercept, we can write down the coordinate x0. So you just need to plug in. And if plug in 2, did you get the 0? If I plug in negative 4, did you get 0? Then this will be your answer. After you plug in 2 and a negative 4 separately to this A, B, C, D, you could see that C will be the answer. Now let's go to question 13. X plus 1 over x equals 6, then x equals to what? First of all, you can just plug in and check which one will be your answer. But another way to do is just like a cross multiply. So I have x plus 1 times 1, that's x plus 1, equals to 6x. Then I minus x both sides. So you will get the 5x equals to 1 divided by 5. You will get x equal to 1 over 5. That's B is your answer. Now go to number 14. The variable x and y are inversely proportional. And y equals 2 when x equals 3. What's the value when x equals 9 for y? So first of all, inverse proportional means you have x1, y1 equal to x2, y2. We have another concept called direct proportional. For direct proportional means y over x, y1 over x1 equals to y2 over x2. Or you can write down that x1 over y1 equal to x2 over y2. Since this is an inverse proportion, so when you see the first two values always labeled as y1, x1, then x2 equals 9. then we are looking for y2 equals what? Therefore, I plug in x1 times y1 altogether will be 6 equals, here's 9 times y2. Then I divide it by 9, both sides. You will get the y2 equals, then it will be 2/3. That's your answer. So C will be the answer. Suppose it's a direct proportional. So then what to do? x1 equals 3, y1 equals 2. Then we know here's 9 and y2 we're looking for. Then you can use cross multiply. So y2 equals, and 18/3 equals 6. If it's a direct proportion, then y2 will be 6. Then for last question, if 6m plus 4 equals 8m, then 4m equals, we're looking for the 4m. You can figure out the m first, then multiply by 4, get the 4m. So from the 6m plus 4 equals 8m, I minus the 6m both sides. You will get the 2m equals 4. Then m equals 2. 4m will be 8.